SmashCon's
When
next
Dabuz
weekend.
shows
so
up to locals, you know it's Jover if you're the opponent. And speaking of opponents, here on the other side, Molto.
That Henley's clean, I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you gotta clean it up, clean it out, and play clean if you're here at a player known as Smirk, an invader against the hero that Tri-State has long held dear. Smirk from Colorado, but in the last month has found his way down here to New York. It seems for a little while because, you know, his first event was also in this venue at High Res. I believe we actually got to cast one of his first sets together last time we were here, and now it's just a question of what's he going to do? How many more waves can he make? Because that High Res run was an explosive one.
For real, yeah, that comes with the territory. Like, hey, you play Ken, you can get those extended combos or those early finishes with that Shoryuken. Ooh, here we go though. Dabuz being like, bro, I played Jazzo. I already know this matchup, but let's see what Smirk brings to the table.
And so far, we're seeing a lot of falling aerial attempts, right? Attempts to bait Luma out from Dabuz, hit the Rosa, separate them, and then try and find a punish, use some of Ken's speed. But Dabuz is so good using these these pivot cancel aerials, these attack cancels, right, to separate Luma from Rosa while they're still synced, to utilize the Rosalina's hitboxes, which are very active, to cover Luma and lock out the supposed way through the maze that Smirk sees.
For sure, but you know, in this matchup, at least in particular, that focus attack, who knows how impactful it'll be. We've seen it used a decent amount, you know, in other matchups, but you know, we got two characters here. You can't take two hits, you take one, and then Luma hits you with the 1-2.
And she got that rapid jab to boot, and so much pressure off stage. However, Dabuz just not gonna line up the back, or a rare miss from him and at the ledge, and Smirk gonna live another day just for a moment. He might be smiling, but he'll smile a hell of a lot harder if he can just find a hit. Right, Ken more than capable of blowing up your stock if he can get in, but Luma scraps with you at the mid-range where Ken can't really contest you, controls the ground, and with Rosa as backup, I mean, this matchup seems like a nightmare when all you can do is rush your opponent down.
Yeah, it's looking tough, especially because Dabuz is so consistent with these, like, I don't know exactly what the tech is called, but when he does that dash attack and that Luma just juts forward, dude controls so much space that way.
Yeah, it's literally a dash attack cancel.
Yes.
Like, it is a dash attack cancel, which Luma cannot dash attack cancel. She also can't pivot cancel, which is where you see a lot of, or auto cancel her aerials, which is where you see things like Rosalina stop doing an aerial, but Luma finishes it, and you get some wonky combos that way. Hey, the pressure is on right now, but right now, Smirk just still can't find the stock. Dabuz is able to keep the walls out, but also hasn't found the finisher, and you're not used to seeing Ken live at 184. I'm sorry, what is that percent?
It is high percent, but Dabuz totally content with playing this long game. This Luma jab will eventually take the stock, while we got an edge guard opportunity
the
here.
Pivot first, too, to try and catch Smirk mixing on the DI as well. He was ready for it. But I also love the knowledge that, hey, Ken's Hadouken, not like Ryu's, right? Not quite as scary. So I'm going to just use Luma as a shield, tank those hits, and then be right back if you try and use it as a window to pressure in. Instead, just using her as a wall to say, you actually have to scrap with me if you want to hit me.
Yeah, and dude is no stranger at like grindy matchups. Dude beat, I forget who, but it was some Zelda at Stargate last night, and dude was like, yeah, I have to like, each neutral interaction I win, I get like 10%, and I'm totally fine with that.
Waiting out the 13 seconds, Dabuz activated run away mode. The time is up now, and the Luma is back online. She is blue. Check that one off on your bingo card. I believe back-to-back blue Lumas, not something you see very often, then spawn back in on the same color. But what you also don't see is the setup with the down air not going to find its mark. And finally at 220, the rapid jab kills from Luma.
Yeah, but we saw Rosalina only take like 40% and that whole like sequence.
Do you see the clock right now?
The clock is dwindling, bro.
There's 2:45 left in the game. Molto, one total stock has been taken this game so far. We are watching the master of defense at play, a title Dabuz has had for a long time, right? The saying is, nobody beats Dabuz the first time they play him because you gotta figure out that defense, and it takes a set or two. And right now, Smirk is making, showing us why, as he's still unable to take it. It finally doing so with a forward air, but and keeping the percent close as well. This is a good situation for him, because if Dabuz started to get that percent lead, you know he was circle camping till the timer ran out.
Oh yeah, Dabuz definitely wanted a little more extra credit, but ooh, here we go, forward air, forward throw, forward air. All right, I like that. And with the ledge trap, yeah, dude just covers so much space with that nair, and going through the focus, like I said, we got that up air and that Luma up air, both connecting, breaking through the focus, and there we go. What a charge forward smash, taking that stock off the left. Okay, Dabuz.
If I'm Dabuz here, I give it 1 or 2 interactions where I continue to play defense, right? I continue to bait you in, and then I pressure my advantage states. But I'm never going to preemptively approach you because I have the lead, I have all this stage space, and I might not be the fastest. You might be able to chase me down in theory. Between that and Luma, I can keep you out, keep the pressure going, and force you into awkward situations just like that one with a beautiful combo where you kind of can just consolidate your lead and force him to make bad choices or else be timed out when that clock hits 0.
Yeah, we're seeing Smirk try to throw anything at the wall, see what sticks, but Dabuz just ready for pretty much all these approaches that Smirk is going for. Dude's like, hey, I know what you're going to do. I'm going to stuff out this approach, and I'm just going to build up a lot of percent. I don't even need to take the stock, dude.
And the wave land and coming in clutch. Now getting the rapid jump. Luma forced towards Rosa. Good SDI by Smirk to find his way out, because that can actually set up an infinite in that situation when you catch yourself between Luma and Rosa. Rapid jab forcing, fighting towards each other. Smirk barely not able to close it out, and that time gonna miss it due to the hurt box shift from the down air. Dabuz not getting caught by the same edge guard twice. And if you notice, right, all his moves are pressuring you towards the corner. They're not focused on an advantage state. They're just an F tilt, get off me, we set the situation, we find your way back in, because there's 30 seconds left, and you either have to make a mistake and die, or just watch all your hopes and dreams drip away slowly.
Yeah, that was a grindy matchup for sure, but Dabuz, the king of playing that grindy matchup. You know, dude's had that practice forever. Dude's been playing since Brawl.
Yes, sir. And you know what they say? If Dabuz has 1 million fans, you are one of them. If Dabuz has 1 fan, you are the one. And right now, Dabuz has 7 minutes worth of fans, and they are counting down, and he is very okay with that, because right now I think Dabuz's biggest fan is the clock, and he is the clock's biggest fan, because as he showed us, that is his key to this matchup, is I'm just going to run away, keep Luma between you and me, say, as a result, you can't Hadouken, right? You can't throw out your projectile to contest me, and give yourself a lane to approach, and as a result, you have to scrap, you have to separate Luma, and then fight towards me, and I'm just gonna dance around you, do it again, reset, and force you to have more and more pressure, less and less time, where you can't do anything other than hold forward.
Right. Yeah, for sure, because I dubbed it last night, the Vortex being in between Luma and Rosalina. And dude's just so happy with either keeping Ken outside of Luma or in the Vortex. And dude just sets that up so well.
Dabuz also using his space, like his wave dashes, his wave lands, just beautiful stuff from him to microspace himself in contrast to Luma, right? Keep that space going, allow her to throw out an aerial or a dash attack while he resets and generates the space. And once again, right, just running away, resetting, forcing Smirk to play really uncomfortable around these platforms, just feint a jump and hope Dabuz overextends. But yeah, this is the man of unbreakable will. This man has an iron discipline, and if there's one player you are never baiting into an approach, it's Dabuz.
Yeah, for real. That's a Team Liquid type thing though, because Hungrybox been making that his whole.
Hey man,
like,
what about Riddles? He's right there.
Riddles too.
Riddles approaches.
But here we go. Ooh, that Luma in the perfect spot to just chuck out those bits, tack on a little 10%, be like, hey.
And you know, if you like Dabuz's play, maybe you should chuck out those bits too and throw a couple the way of VGBootCamp utilizing that Twitch feature. But anyways, while we're done doing a little bit of tap dancing and shilling for our friends at VGBootCamp, shout out to Gamer and Apostle, Dabuz is just doing a little bit of shilling for the stock count as he takes Smirk's first one. And hey, we got there with, if you add up the timer from when the first stock was taken last game and when the first stock was taken this game, you'd have 7 minutes.
Let's go.
You'd have 1 full game, Moldo.
I love that, but yeah, we saw Smirk take out that Luma frame 1 on this stock, but Here we go. We'll see, because this Luma's kind of surviving here. We saw a couple backers take it out last time, but
I love the delay on the platform, recognizing that Luma was delayed in her follow to utilize her to cover platform while you're on the ground, right? Really generating the pressure, the hit back into the ground. Dabuz is so aware. Molto, I just like, this man's blowing my mind with every button he presses.
Dude's different, dude. Yeah, any little hit this dude gets, you know Dabuz is taking that to the bank. It's like, hey,
yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. Trying to do traded with Luma. That's the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, bro. Maybe ever. But,
I was gonna say, Bernie Madoff might have some words for you right there, but instead it's gonna be the true short. Gonna find the stock. Smirk on the board, but having so much to do, Molto. If he wants to even up the stock count, stay in this one. And Dabuz, I mean, he's here to take no quarter. He's here to show Zamba that, in fact, hey, maybe you got to give me that crown back, bud. Maybe you're still just a prince at the end of the day. Got to get through Smirk to make it happen. And, you know, certainly starting off well. Very, very, very patient, as we keep mentioning.
For sure, dude. This 2 stock to 1 count looking tough for Smirk. Ooh, what we got? Dude scouted out the air dodge, the page, and he's like, hey, I'll land this down tilt. I'll see what you want to do defensively, and just capitalizing on literally any button that Smirk tries to press at disadvantage. What a grab here, too. Another up throw.
And just keeping the juggle going, too. Recognizing that Ken's best tool is to get out of a juggle situation is that focus attack, and because of Luma, you've got 2 hits, so you just break right through it, right? You kind of just can bait it out and catch a landing. The crescent kick gonna apply some pressure, get rid of Luma, and give Smirk a window to work with. But his percent's so high, even a neutral air could just spell doom for him without Luma. And you see him playing with that patience. The forward air drag down to get Luma back into the Buzz is just, he's reading Smirk's mind right now.
That was disgusting, dude. It was just dancing around this shit like, okay, I'll do jab 1, jab 2, reset, jab 1, down smash.
So just every time Smirk finally gets an advantage state, Luma hits him out of it. And it's like, man, Smirk is working so hard and really putting his whole heart and soul into this. And Dabuz does not care because that Luma, like that dress, is black. It is inky. The depths of your soul will be lost. And Dabuz just takes a 2-0. That was honestly, if you enjoy defensive Smash Ultimate, which I personally do, that set was an absolute banger. If you like a little bit more high octane play, well, maybe our next set will be a little more up to your speed.
Yeah, that was a hot set though. Dabuz just masterfully piloting this character, dude. It's like, hey, I know exactly where Luma's gonna be. I know exactly how I can capitalize off of Luma.
Point out there, Smirk's tracking though was really good. He was on lock to Dabuz's DI mix-ups. He was on lock to forcing out the bait and the juggle and finding additional pressure time and time again. But just Ken is such a committal character by design that he rules at rushing you down. He rules at committing, but he can't really waffle around. He can't really find the wiggle room to feint you out and weave through Luma and then commit, then explode. And that's really what Dabuz took advantage of, is forcing Smirk to commit onto Luma and punish, or commit onto him and then bringing Luma, reeling Luma back in, right, like a shepherd's crook to punish. And just having to keep track of the 2v1 the entire time was just a little too much for one of Colorado's finest to handle. That being said, we're keeping it nice and home here in Tri-State for what we've got coming up next. We talked about potential high-octane gameplay. We got it indeed, Molto. Tell me a little bit about this banger we got cooking.
We got a certifiable banger set alert. We got Mr. E.
Yes, we do.
Top 1 Lucina in the world.
Whoa. Okay. I love Mr. E. I love Mr. E. Leon from Europe and Proto Banham. No, not Leon the Bowser. That's from New Jersey.
No, Leon.